Award winners go head to head. From Fenway Park, Nesson presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, it's Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. First night game of the year for the Red Sox at home, and what a pitching matchup we have tonight. Roy Halladay up against Pedro Martinez. Last year, Roy Halladay, the Cy Young Award winner. Pedro finishing third in the balloting, and Pedro's numbers really better than Roy's overall in the season, except for the wins. Roy Halladay with 22 victories last year to Pedro's 14, and some pretty incredible numbers despite the fact that Pedro did miss 5 starts last season with injury or illness. Welcome in, Jerry Remy. And Jerry, a little different looking lineup tonight for the Red Sox.
Oh, it is. Red Sox have some injury problems. We all know about Garcia-Parra. We know about Nixon. Now we got Johnny Damon that's going to be out of the lineup for about 3 games. And that is a problem, especially when you're facing last year's Cy Young Award winner. Cesar Crespo will take his spot in center field. So the Red Sox, you know, every team battled through injuries through the course of the season. Last year, the Red Sox were very fortunate. Didn't have any injuries. They're having them early, and that's tough because you want to get off to a great start. You've got the guys in the club. You've got the depth on the club. They have to come through now to try to help you get through this very tough stretch.
Could be kind of a chilly night here tonight at Fenway for Pedro Martinez's second start of the season.
The 500 horsepower Dodge Ram SRT-10.
Hi, Ryan. Hey.
The fastest production truck in the world.
Hey, Red Sox fans. There's a new double play combination on Yawkey Way. The Sox have joined their friends across the street to create the Boston Red Sox Team Store. There you'll find the largest selection of authentic Red Sox merchandise anywhere. You can stop in or order by phone at 1-800-FENWAY-9. The new Boston Red Sox Team Store. It's the place to be for everything a Sox fan needs.
Hi, we're Bare Naked Ladies. Come on, Bruins fans, make some noise! Woo!
Tickets are on sale now for wicked intense playoff action at the Fleet Center. Plus, ask about season tickets for the 2004-2005 season.
But if you haven't been to see a playoff hockey game, it will be one of the most entertaining sporting events you will ever go to. So, go.
Baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your New England Dodge dealers, Coors Light, your New England Toyota dealers, by Pepsi, by Nissan, and by Southwest Airlines. And Pedro Martinez making his way in from the Red Sox bullpen. As Pedro about to make his first home start of 2004 for the Red Sox. And his second overall appearance. As the Red Sox get ready to take on the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 2 of this series tonight. And it has been a very beautiful day here in Boston today with some high temperatures. And here tonight to begin the game, 55 degrees with a west wind of 15 miles per hour. And it probably will cool off a little bit here tonight as time does go on. And the Red Sox very fortunate here in the first 2 games of the season. They have had very good weather here at home at Fenway Park after a very nice day yesterday to open up the season.
Well, exactly right, Don. Yesterday was very, very comfortable here at Fenway Park, and the same tonight. I mean, you get a night game in April and you get this kind of weather. It's going to be cool, but it's not going to be bitterly cold like we could have at this time of the year.
And the fans gathering here tonight, it appears it'll be another sellout as we look to the back of the bleachers, and they are well populated here tonight as the Red Sox hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. These fans out there in center field in the bleachers, they are honoring Johnny Damon, as you can see out there, and unfortunately Johnny's crew will not see Johnny play tonight after yesterday's injury, fouling a ball off himself. Sounds like he's going to be out a few days, Jerry.
Johnny Damon's disciples all gathered out in the bleachers, and yeah, you're right. They're not going to see Johnny Damon play, and probably not till I would think Tuesday, Don. He was still had ice bags on that knee today after fouling the ball off his knee yesterday, and it's probably going to be a couple of days before Damon is back in the lineup.
And yesterday, Johnny Damon fouling a pitch off of himself, ended up staying in the game and tried to grit it out. In fact, ended up getting a base hit after that. And it kind of blew up on Johnny today. He had ice on it. He's in the clubhouse. We will not see him for a few more days. Well, the Red Sox taking the field tonight, led by Pedro Martinez. Let's take a look at the visiting Toronto Blue Jays starting lineup, brought to you by Rico. Reed Johnson leads it off. The right fielder for the Blue Jays, Frank Catalanato in left. Vernon Wells in center field. Carlos Delgado at first base. Josh Phelps, the DH. Eric Kinski at third base. Orlando Hudson at second base with Chris Woodward at shortstop. The catcher batting ninth is Kevin Cash. They'll face Pedro Martinez.
Well, Pedro Martinez trying to pick up his first win of the season. 0-1. That loss came on opening night in Baltimore. 6 innings of that game for Pedro. The 7 hits allowed, 3 runs. He had 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. All 3 of those runs coming in the 3rd inning on opening night. Against Toronto in his career, he is 7-2 with a 2.96 ERA. And, of course, you see the scouting report there on Pedro. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus, and you see Cesar Crespo out in center field, and the reason for that, Johnny Damon fouling the ball off his knee yesterday and out for a couple of days. Miller, Reese, Bellhorn, and Millar in the infield, Ramirez, Crespo, and Kapler in the outfield, and Jason Varitek doing the catching. The Red Sox have only made 2 errors in the 5 games that they've played.
And the umpires, Joe Brinkman in behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Tim Sheeta at first base. Jeff Nelson at second base, and Marty Foster, the umpire, at third. As I mentioned, the breeze tonight, about 15 miles per hour. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Tonight's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy.
Do you have that high definition on your TV?
I do not. No.
I don't either. I've got to get that next week.
You're going to get it next week?
That's a must.
Here is Reed Johnson to lead it off. Standing in against Pedro Martinez in a packed house at Fenway Park tonight. The first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike 1. Reed Johnson, 3 for 14 so far in the young season. The Blue Jays right fielder we saw some of last year with the Toronto Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Fastball to start him off, and back-to-back changeups to run the count to 1-2.
Reed Johnson already has a home run this season. Hit it off Mike Maroff. Swings here and hits one high in the air down the left field line, bending towards the pole. Foul. Blue Jays had a very tough beginning to their season as they were swept by the Detroit Tigers Carlos Tosca returning to the helm for the Toronto Blue Jays. The 1-2. Popped up right side. Millar straddling the line at first. Takes care of out number 1.
A fastball, 3 changeups, and then the fastball from Pedro to get the pop-up. And it is twilight right now here at Fenway Park, and it's very difficult to see those pop-ups for the infielders and outfielders. I didn't see that one at all, Don.
No.
I'm glad Millar did.
1 down for Frank Catalanato. Catalanato getting the start in left field for the Blue Jays. Fine start for him, beginning the year at .353. 6 for his first 17. Line towards right center field. Kapler on the move. Won't get there in time. It one hops him. And a wide turn at first, but Catalanato is the first base runner of the night for the Blue Jays.
Well, he always does it against the Red Sox. 3 for 5 yesterday. He's now got a 5-game hitting streak, and he's now 2 for 14 in his career against Pedro. He gets the fastball. Pretty good job by Kapler just to knock that down. If that gets by him, it's certainly a double and maybe 3 bases for Catalanato by knocking it down and holds him at first base. He's always on base against Boston.
1 out, 1 on, and here's Vernon Wells. Wells taking strike 1. 313 so far this year for Wells. 5 for his first 16. To right center field. Crespo moving over. And Cesar is able to run it down for out number 2. Catalanato back to the bag at first with 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Crespo actually played probably more outfield last year for Pawtucket than he did in the infield. And he gets the call tonight instead of Johnny Damon, and he also gets the call in the leadoff spot for the Red Sox.
He's not just replacing Johnny in center field, he's also replacing him in his lineup spot.
Now, it came down between a choice of Crespo and Orsillo, and I guess they decided to go with Crespo.
That's a good move. Although you haven't seen my first step quickness. It's actually faster than you might think. Carlos Delgado. Delgado has had kind of a slow start to this season after a torrid pace out of the gate last year. Hitting at just 200 so far this season, 3 for his first 15. He has, however, hit home runs in each of his last 2 games, hitting a solo home run off Alan Embry and a 3-run home run off Jeremy Bonderman for the Tigers. Against Pedro over the course of his career, he's not enjoyed a great deal of success either, but he has gone deep twice. Pedro looking for his first strikeout of the night. Count of 1-1. Ahead of Delgado now, 1-2.
Excellent changeup of Pedro. You know, it's a little warmer than it was that night he pitched in Baltimore. Matter of fact, quite a bit warmer. So the grip for the changeup and also the curveball should be easier for him tonight.
Did not have that grip at all the last time out against the Baltimore Orioles. The 1-2 pitch. Delgado reaches out, lifts it to short left center. Kind of a late break for Ramirez, but Manny gets there in plenty of time. Gone are the Blue Jays in the top of the first. They get nothing. Red Sox coming up from Fenway.
Wicked, wicked hard. Wicked hard.
Dunkin' Donuts introduces the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich.
Park. I can't find a place to park. Park. Can't find a place to park.
A delicious combination of real maple-flavored sausage, egg, and melted cheddar. So, for a great New England taste,
I play wicked hard when I go to the park.
Get one today.
No. Kurt, you can't do it like that.
Try the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich or any of our breakfast sandwiches for $1.99. Just the thing.
Mr. Thompson, after hearing the evidence and listening to your testimony, this committee finds you guilty of obstruction of justice, embezzlement of company funds, and questionable accounting practices. Well, there appears to be some good news.
Yes, sir?
Well, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Thanks very much.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Back at Fenway, the Blue Jays don't score in the top of the first. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the first inning. The Red Sox lineup brought to you by Dodge. Cesar Crespo at the top of the Red Sox order at center field. Bill Miller batting second and third. David Ortiz, the DH. Manny Ramirez in left. Kevin Millar at first base. Jason Varitek with a home run yesterday. He's had very good success against Roy Halladay. He's the catcher. Kapler in right. Mark Bellhorn at second base. And Pokey Reese at shortstop for the Red Sox facing Roy Halladay tonight.
Last year's Cy Young Award winner coming off a very tough start against the Tigers. 6 2/3, 10 hits. Gave up 6 earned runs and allowed 3 home runs in that game at Skydome against Detroit. You see the scouting report. Fastball, cut fastball. He'll sink the fastball. A terrific curve and also the occasional changeup. 3 Blue Jays have won Cy Youngs. Halladay, Pat Hankin, and Roger Clemens won 2.
Well, he makes very quick work of Cesar Crespo to begin his evening as he strikes out Crespo from number 1.
And the defense brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. Orlando Hudson yesterday, a terrific day defensively. A great play on a ground ball, also on a pop-up in foul territory. He'll be joined by Hitzke, Woodward, and Delgado in the infield. Catalanado, Wells, and Johnson in the outfield, and Kevin Cash behind the plate.
There's Bill Miller for the first time tonight. Miller is 6 for his first 25 on the season. It's the 1-0 for a strike, and it's 1-1.
It's that movement on that fastball. 94 miles an hour for Halladay on that fastball, and moving away from Bill Miller.
This is grounded outside of third and foul. Roy Halladay, 26 years of age, from Denver, Colorado. Last year, 22 victories, 22-7. He made 36 overall starts last year for the Blue Jays. As Jerry mentioned, he lost his first outing of the season. It is the second straight year that he has lost on his opening day assignment. Miller goes the opposite way to left field. Frank Catalanado moves over. And there's 2 down.
Well, we mentioned the Cy Youngs, and Pat Hankin won the first Blue Jays Cy Young back in '96. He's back with the Blue Jays. Clemens won it in '97 and '98, and last year Halladay.
So 2 down, and it brings up David Ortiz. David at 286, 4 for his first 14 to begin the season. In the 3 spot tonight for the Red Sox is the DH. As Kevin Millar gets the start at first base for the Red Sox defensively. Broken bat grounder towards Hudson. On to Delgado. Plenty of time to get Ortiz. It's a quick and snappy 1-2-3 inning for Roy Halladay on just 9 pitches. We're scoreless from Fenway.
Another baby shower, our 5th in a row. We can't help but feel obligated to go. Present after present, oohing and eyeing. You call this a luncheon? I'm starving. Finally, it's over. We pick up the pace. There's a McDonald's 5 minutes from this place.
Looking for some real food? Try our new Turkey Club flatbread sandwich. Turkey, bacon, and Swiss with lettuce and tomato on warm flatbread.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more.
This month, Extra Mart is your baseball headquarters. Come in for the best in Major League collectibles and trading cards from Upper Deck, Topps, Fleer, and Donruss. Enter to win a trip for 2 to the 2004 All-Star Game in Houston.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Back at Fenway, no score after one. Well, Red Sox fans have purchased more than 2.4 million tickets for 2004, but thousands still available, including some for tomorrow's game against the Blue Jays. After the Easter Sunday ballgame, kids were invited down on the field here at Fenway to run the bases. Log on to RedSox.com and call 877-RED-SOX-9 to get your tickets today.
Second inning as Josh Phelps leads it off and promptly lines it to right. Kapler on the run, diving to make the catch in right field. Dan Kapler laying it out onto the dirt of the track to reel that in.
Now, two things here, Don. First of all, the great jump that Kapler gets on contact, and also this ball slicing away off the bat of the right-hander. Completely outstretched right to the warning track to make the catch. What a play by Dave Kapler.
So Josh Phelps is retired, and here's Eric Hinske. The Rookie of the year before last for the Toronto Blue Jays. So far 3 for his first 14. Lines it to right. Kapler will let this one fall in front of him. As Hinske aboard with one away.
That's smart hitting by Hinske. You know, you got a guy out there that just made a great play. He's got to be tired, right? So then you drop one in front of him. It looked like a changeup from Pedro that may have stayed up in the zone a bit, and Hinske hooks it and picks up the base hit. Hinske had 2 hits in the game yesterday.
So 1 out, 1 on. The Blue Jays with 2 hits so far in the night off Pedro Martinez. And here's Orlando Hudson. The switch hitting second baseman who bats on the left side against Pedro Martinez. And on the hands, he's able to send it foul.
When we were highlighting the defense tonight for the Blue Jays, we highlighted Orlando Hudson with those 2 great plays he made yesterday defensively. Bright young defensive second baseman.
Off, and it's still 0-2 as Orlando Hudson, one of the new young players the Toronto Blue Jays have, Jerry, as you alluded to. They do have some guys still in the system, a lot of good prospects inside the Blue Jays system on their way up. Red Sox infield a double play depth with 1 out. And Eric Hinske at first base. Up and away, doesn't chase, and it's 1-2.
Mention of the game yesterday, don't expect much running from the Blue Jays. They were last a year ago in steals. Also last in sacrifices.
Evens up now at 2-2. Orlando Hudson had a pretty good spring training. He hit .326. Did not play in the last 5 games of spring training due to a left oblique strain. And has kind of been playing with that even though the season has begun. He's been in there. Now Pedro's 2-2 will have to wait. And Pedro stopped his delivery, a very late timeout call. But Joe Brinkman granted Orlando Hudson.
Now sometimes it's almost better if you're pitcher to let it go, throw it. You don't want to take any chance of hurting your arm. Pedro holding on to that baseball and doing kind of a pirouette out in the mound.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout of the night for Pedro Martinez. And there's 2 down.
The Pinchados de Pedro. That's the first one of the night, and it comes on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. A little movement on that fastball going away from Hudson.
So 2 down. Eric Hinske at first base. And it brings up Chris Woodward. Woodward 2 for 13 to begin the season. Last year played in a career high 104 games for the Blue Jays, all at shortstop, and had career highs with 91 hits and 45 RBIs as they check on Hinske at first.
Don, we're happy to announce that Julie, the goddess of high heat, is back made in the radar gun tonight.
Really?
At home plate, yes. Always accurate with the calls.
Is there Stalker still writing you letters on your website?
No, he stopped. He's actually wrote a nice letter at the end of the season how he was just kidding.
Kind of a normal guy after all.
Yeah. Big fan of the goddess, though. There's the goddess.
There's the goddess of high heat. Hinske with the lead at first. 0-2 the count to Chris Woodward. Fouled off over by the Red Sox dugout. Millar holds on Hinske at first base. Him out. Looking back-to-back Ks for Pedro Martinez, and the Blue Jays are gone in the second inning. They played an inning and a half from Fenway. No score.
This is me.
Honey, this is us.
Life is filled with tempting choices. For a limited time, Friendly's is too with our 3 new Super Melts, like our new Philly steak and cheddar, sauteed peppers and onions, tender steak, melted cheddar, piled high on grilled sourdough bread. And our 6 featured Super Melts now come with a free hot fudge sundae. So give in. Our new Super Melts won't be around long.
Excuse me, how much risk is in your investment portfolio?
Too much, right?
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I really don't know.
Thanks to TD Waterhouse, now we know.
Their personal portfolio review helped us adjust our risk to a level we're comfortable with.
Times change. Is your investment portfolio keeping up? Find out at TD Waterhouse. They can even refer you to an independent financial advisor. Know your risk. Protect your future with TD Waterhouse. The alternative to higher-priced brokers like Merrill and Schwab.
The Boston Bruins have weathered the NHL storm that is the regular season. Now, the second season is here. Unleashing a new force of nature called playoff hockey. It'll turn up the heat on this early New England spring and make for some pretty cool TV. Sunday, Bruins Canadiens Game 3 coverage at 6:30 on NESN.
Back at Fenway, no scores. We go to the bottom of the second, and Pedro's second strikeout coming on a nasty curveball. Now remember, we mentioned earlier that maybe better gripping it tonight. Not as cold as it was in Baltimore. He had a tough time throwing his curveball in Baltimore, but he had a very good one that time for the strikeout. Better conditions, better grip of the baseball, maybe better results.
Manny Ramirez, Kevin Millar, and Jason Varitek expected in the inning. As Manny goes after the first pitch, served up by Roy Halladay. Manny so far 6 for 20 on the season. Roy Halladay enjoyed a very quick and easy first inning as he retired Cesar Crespo, Bill Miller, and David Ortiz. And he sends it back up the middle and into center field. Well, the Red Sox have their first base runner of the night. That tonight's game is available in high definition on Adelphia Digital Cable, Channel 773. Manny's 7th hit of the season. He talks it over with Carlos Delgado at first base, and it brings up Kevin Millar. But after the first pitch, grounding it foul outside to third.
See Halladay there trying to sink the fastball to get that ground ball for a double play. He works very quickly. He Generally gets that ball right back up on the rubber and ready to go.
Well, so far 6 for his first 22. An 0 for 4 yesterday against the Blue Jays to snap his 4-game hitting streak. As he had hits in every game the Red Sox played in Baltimore.
Well, that was a perfect luxury box play. Let it bounce, let it stop, then pick it up. Luxury boxes are in midseason form.
Well, the 1-2. Millar tried to hold up. He'll check first. He went around. Tim Sheena said he offered. Millar gets the bad news. And the second strikeout of the night for Roy Halladay.
Take another look from this side angle. Let's see if he has control of the head of the bat. Very, very close. And it's interesting when you get two great pitches going like Halladay and Pedro, a lot of times they will get the benefit of the call.
One down, Jason Varitek, the batter. Jason with 4 hits and 15 tries so far this season. And he got his first home run of the season here yesterday. Solo home run off Justin Spire in the 6th inning, which at the time gave the Red Sox a 5-4 advantage. And look at that home run. And of course, the Red Sox went on to lose that game at Varitek with his first of the year. Delgado playing in behind Ramirez at first as Varitek sends it back to the mound. Halladay throws out Varitek for out number 2. And up to second base goes Manny Ramirez with now 2 down. Here's Gabe Kapler. Started in right field, went 3 for 5 in the season opener for the Red Sox against the Baltimore Orioles, and since then he's gone 0 for 9. And Kapler getting the start in right field tonight, and already has turned in a fine defensive effort. Able to make a great running catch and rob Josh Phelps of what obviously would have been extra bases. Gets by him. Phelps would have been running for a very long time. Popped up left side of the Blue Jays infield. Down from third comes Hinsky, and in fair ground makes the catch. The Red Sox strand Ramirez in scoring position. We played 2, no score from Fenway.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Hi there. Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Think Big sales event with just announced savings on every Lincoln and Mercury, including the award-winning Mountaineer with no-charge leather seating surfaces, generous room for up to 7, and a standard third-row seat. Now get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $4,000 cash back on Mercury Mountaineer during the Think Big sales event. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
You got ID? Okay.
Nothing goes better with leftovers than some ice-cold Pepsi. It's the Cola.
Back at Fenway, no score as we move to the top half of the third inning. League leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. As we take a look at the batting average leaders so far this season, we got a great look at Javi Lopez with the Orioles to begin the season at .556. Garrett Anderson second. Charles Johnson at the top of the league in the NL. Paul LaDuca, the Dodgers, second. Those numbers, of course, inflated, I doubt very seriously anybody will finish the year hitting .600, Jerry.
That'd be quite a story, Don. It really would be.
Kevin Cash to lead it off. The Blue Jays catcher in the top half of the third inning. Cash 4 for his first 15. As he bats from the number 9 spot in the Blue Jays order and finds himself very quickly down in the count 0-2. Veritek framing it, just missing, and it's 1-2.
Looks to be a little bit low. A fastball at the 0-2 count by Pedro. Had the corner, but it looked like it was low. Well, I think everybody got a good night's sleep last night, Don.
Definitely.
Oh, man.
I didn't feel too good yesterday. I'm glad I didn't have to do the game. Had to get through it. We were starting to...
Actually, doing the game was fine.
Yeah.
It's like after that when it hits you, you know.
Yeah.
I went back home and I didn't see The Last Soprano, so I put it on that on-demand stuff, you know. And it, like, I saw like the first 5 minutes and I couldn't stay awake, you know. So I still got to watch it again.
It's a good one. From last week, very, very good. You'll enjoy it. Now 1-2. Did he go? They will check. Yes, he did. Tim Sheeta rings him up. Third strikeout in a row for Pedro Martinez.
And again, it's the curveball for Pedro to pick up the strikeout. 3 in a row. Fastball, then curveball to Woodward, and now curveball to Cash to pick up the strikeout. Tried to check the swing. Very similar to Kevin Millar's. Veritek has to play it on a bounce, then tag Cash as the third Panchado will go up. Is that the right way to say it, Panchado?
Panchado, I think, yeah. One down. We go back up to the top of the order for Reed Johnson, who popped out to first base his first time up. Pedro off the backside of the mound. Reed Johnson last year was first among AL rookies with on-base percentage at .353 on-base percentage last year. He was second among rookies in batting, finished up at .294. As he pops it up foul, Veritek coming back, but he won't have a play.
That looks like another full house here at Fenway tonight. The new seats up on right field look to be filled up. Plus the seats above the left field wall.
Those look like they've always been here, Jerry. They did a very good job in getting him in. The 1-2 pitch. Sent foul off the right side, still 1-2.
This actually might be a bigger crowd than yesterday, because yesterday they had center field blocked off because of the day game. The hitter's backdrop. At night games, they don't have that backdrop out there.
You know, the Red Sox last year selling out 65 of their 81 home openings last year. And if they are sold out tonight, it'll be their 66th sellout in a row, which would set a franchise record for consecutive sellouts. And it does indeed appear to be sold out. Look out. 1-2 gets Reed Johnson. And down to first base he goes. Pedro is yet to enjoy a 1-2-3 inning tonight.
After a couple of breaking balls away, he wanted to try to get Johnson inside with the fastball, but Reed Johnson takes it off the tricep.
So one down, and it brings up Frank Catalanato. Single to right field his first time up. One of 2 hits tonight for the Blue Jays. Got a 3-for-5 effort here yesterday with a double, a triple, And a run batted in. He was a homer shy of hitting for the cycle. Evens up at 1-1. For every runner the Red Sox catch stealing this season on NESN, you have a chance to win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system. Log on to NESN.com and enter the date, opponent, and runner's name for your chance to win in the LoJack's caught stealing sweepstakes.
And so far this year, Jason Varitek 3 for 7, 43%.
Johnson on the lead off first base. 1 out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Pedro Martinez has thrown 41 pitches so far tonight. 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Now Pedro's using all his pitches tonight. The fastball, the cut fastball, the changeup, and the curveball. This last pitch would be the cut fastball from Pedro. You're really working with 2 pitches in that Baltimore game, the fastball and the changeup, and he had trouble controlling the changeup.
Now the 2-2 on the outside corner for strike 3. 4th strikeout of the night for Pedro Martinez. A little bit more along the lines of the Pedro we're used to.
Well, again, he's got that extra weapon tonight. He's got the curveball, and he's picked up 3 straight strikeouts with the curveball. Just completely freezing Catalano there. Backdoor picks up the outside corner. It's nice to know you go out there early in the game with all your weapons.
So 43 pitches so far overall, 31 for strikes. As Vernon Wells checks in and Pedro bluffs. Johnson back to the bag at first. Kind of amazing how much success he's had here tonight with it, Jerry, considering, as you mentioned earlier, he didn't have it at all in Baltimore. I mean, he could not get it anywhere near Varitek at times, and it went to the backstop a few times. This is chopped to 3rd. Miller on the run, and in plenty of time to get Vernon Wells. The Blue Jays are gone on the top of the 3rd. We're through 2.5. No score from Fenway.
For every bump that doesn't break you, every turn that doesn't shake you, for every dad that's ever said, "You bet, I'll take you," there's Camry. Could Camry really be that reliable, that safe and dependable? Ask someone you know who drives one.
Get the feeling, get the feeling.
In the desire to move ideas forward, printing in black and white has served us well. But color is more effective. The fly in the ointment. Cost. Imagine multi-function printers that give you low-cost color without raising the cost of your black and white. The new line of color printing systems from Ricoh. Ricoh.
Wicked hard. Wicked hard.
Dunkin' Donuts introduces the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich.
Park. I can't find a place to park. Park. Can't find a place to park.
A delicious combination of real maple-flavored sausage, egg, and melted cheddar. So, for a great New England taste,
Play wicked hard when I go to the park.
get one today.
No. Kurt, you can't do it like that.
Try the New England Maple Cheddar Sandwich or any of our breakfast sandwiches for $1.99. Just the thing.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Subaru, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by your New England Ford dealers. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway scoreless. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric?
Where are you guys going?
Is Eric okay?
I don't know. Apparently we have a mic problem, they tell us.
Okay. We're getting very concerned about Eric Fried.
I think he's in the bleachers, too, which Eric is going to begin his assignment out there as Mark Bellhorn grounds it just outside of first. Now we have Eric Fried. Eric?
Well, Don, I was distracted by Damon's disciples, and you can understand why. There's 16 of them here, and a couple have joined on. Mike is here. Obviously, we know what your motivation is, but what kind of expense did you guys go through because you're all together here?
It was $40 a ticket, $20 a T-shirt, and $17 for the guys, and $11 for the girls.
All right. Now, the problem is Johnny's out with an injury. So what was your reaction to that today, Charlotte?
Well, we were really disappointed, but in the long run, we got to get his autograph, so it's bad that we don't get to see him play, but we got to get his autograph, so it made our day.
All right, it's been quite a week for Johnny, if you think about it. I mean, it started out 0 for 9, then he had a 5-hit game, robbed a home run, and now he's hurt, but he's got his own disciples, so things are good here in the bleachers with Damon's disciples, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Eric. Couldn't help but notice them as we were sitting here up in the booth earlier, Jerry. They sort of stuck out there in center field.
You say $20 for a T-shirt?
Yes, I think so.
I got to raise prices.
How much do you charge?
I don't think it's 20.
There are much more of them than I thought there were. They are growing. I thought there was only like 2 or 3. There's like 9 or 10. Halladay has retired 4 in a row as Pokey Reese gets his first look. And Halladay, this one lined into right center field for a base hit. The Red Sox have their second base runner of the night.
Each side the Red Sox win at Fenway Park. Hood donates $1,500 to the Hood Home Team Advantage charity program. The program benefits children's hospitals throughout New England. It's another reason you can feel good about Hood.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here is Cesar Crespo, the top of the Red Sox order. Crespo showed bunt, punched at it.
Bunting for a base hit there with the 1 out in the inning. So Crespo tried a sacrifice in that series at Baltimore. Couldn't get the job done. Actually bunted foul on his 3rd strike.
Swinging this time, Hinsky cuts it off and throws out Crespo. By the time he threw it, he was in behind the mound. And up to second base goes Pokey Reese with now 2 outs in the inning.
Well, it appears that this is going to be a low-scoring game the way these two guys are pitching. And even on an out to get them in a scoring position, very important.
So 2 down, and it brings up Bill Miller, who flied out to left field his first time up. Red Sox and Blue Jays will meet 19 times again this season. Last year, they played 10 times at Skydome, 9 at Fenway Park. And ended up that the Red Sox were 10-9 against the Blue Jays last year. Very similar end up for the Red Sox. Same against the Orioles. It was his 3rd straight season the Red Sox had won the season series. And certainly the Blue Jays and Carlos Tosca expecting bigger things this year. Miller takes it as ahead 3-0. Blue Jays have added 9 new players to their active roster from the end of last year. Well, there's a strike over the outside corner to make it 3-1. The thing about Halladay, he goes deep into games as well. He was tied for first last year in complete games with 9. Guy who is used to hanging around deep into games, and we saw it a few times last year. Ball 4 to Bill Miller, and just the first walk of the night surrendered by Roy Halladay.
I don't think Halladay was particularly pleased with the call by Joe Brickman. He thought he had strike 2 on the inside corner. But again, that might have been called for being too low.
So 2 outs, 2 on, and here's David Ortiz. Ortiz grounded out to second base back in the first inning. For a strike.
20 pitches for Halladay in the Halladay, I should say, in the first 2 innings. He's got 16 now in this inning.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he's got a couple of nasty weapons, doesn't he? That
certainly does.
Fastball, it's low to mid 90s. That's got a lot of movement on it, and of course that curveball.
He's such a big guy as well. 6'6", 225 pounds. Very imposing figure on the mound. Seems like he's been around forever. He's still only 26 years of age.
Just a couple of years ago, they sent him back to A-ball. Remember that?
Certainly do. He went all the way back to Dunedin. 1-2, and Ortiz goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Roy Halladay. The Red Sox strand a pair. Through 3, no score from Fenway.
MLB Extra Innings is like having my own personal MLB control room.
Through the power of digital cable, the MLB Extra Innings package on Sports On Demand delivers the hottest big league action from coast to coast.
I was transferred far from home, but I can still see my team play.
Order MLB Extra Innings and you'll get a whole set of channels that deliver pure baseball. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now to order and save $20 off the regular season price.
Wherever the action is, I'm there.
With MLB Extra Innings, you can check out games from around the league. Follow the Phillies even if you live in Phoenix. Catch the Padres from Portland. Cheer the Brewers from Boston. Order MLB Extra Innings on digital cable today and save $20. Plus, you can get 100 Years of the World Series celebrating a century of championships DVD free with your order. Visit GetBaseball.com to find out how. Get your game on with MLB Extra Innings. Save $20. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now.
MLB Extra Innings is like having my own personal MLB control room.
Through the power of digital cable, the MLB Extra Innings package on Sports On Demand delivers the hottest big league action from coast to coast.
I can channel surf around the league to track my fantasy players.
Order MLB Extra Innings on digital cable now and save $20. Plus, get a free 100 Years of the World Series celebrating a century of championships DVD. Visit GetBaseball.com to find out how. Get your game on with MLB Extra Innings. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now.
All pitching so far in this game tonight. 2 hits for each club and no runs as we go to the top of the 4th. Well, on Tuesday, the Red Sox are having a corporate fundraiser to benefit the Red Sox Foundation. Attending this welcome home luncheon will be Red Sox players, owners, and coaches. The MC is Hollywood star Ben Affleck. If your company would like to sponsor a table, please call 781-721-0017 and check out RedSoxWelcomeHomeLunch.com. Sales are for tables of 10 only, and they're selling fast for Cole Collar at 781-721-0017.
Well, it's on to the 4th inning. Carlos Delgado to lead it off against Pedro Martinez. Pedro so far has thrown 44 total pitches. Through 3 innings on Sunday night, he had thrown 58 pitches in his first start of the season. A much tougher start for Pedro. He has given up 2 hits through the first 3 innings. He has 4 strikeouts, and he has hit a batter. He has not enjoyed a 1-2-3 inning yet. As Delgado takes a big cut, and it's 1-2. Delgado had a very good spring training, hitting at .385 during the spring. And last year, of course, the major league high of 145 RBIs was a career high for him as well. Before the All-Star break, he had 97 RBIs. He's the 9th player in Major League history to record 90-plus RBIs before the All-Star break. The 3rd most RBIs in history prior to the break. And a 2-2 to Delgado. Up and away and a full count now. Delgado, Phelps, and Hensky featured in the inning. Eddie Corrick here tonight.
All kind of celebrities here at Fenway Park.
Ball 4 to Delgado, and the first walk of the night surrendered by Pedro Martinez. A lead-off walk for Carlos Delgado.
They'll know the score before the game with Netson's new 1-hour pregame show. Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame report. You get commentary, news, notes, matchups, analysis. Now a full hour before game time on Netson. It is quite a show, Don. A full hour.
Here's Josh Phelps, lined out to right field his first time up.
They stole Tom Caron from us.
I noticed that.
You know?
Yes.
CC behind the desk.
How are you enjoying the triple play that you're part of before the game? That's what they call it, right? The triple play?
I think it is, yeah.
It's you, the analyst.
Yes, tonight Jim Rice.
Right.
And, of course, TC. And I said, oh, come on.
Swing and a miss. Josh Phelps, the designated hitter, was robbed of a hit in the 2nd inning. A great diving catch by Gabe Kapler out in right field to rob him.
Of course, in the Bruins show, in the pregame show, that segment that I do in the Bruins show, that's called the hat trick. And of course, the Bruins are getting an awful lot of attention. They had another big win last night against Montreal. Now they head up to Canada for the next part of that series.
And in the Bruins game, they use Gord Kluzak. They don't use you, right? You're not part of the hat trick.
No.
Because I know you know a lot about hockey.
Yeah, not quite as much as Gord, though.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't be a wise thing.
But you've had about as many knee surgeries as Gord, though. I think you guys compared that.
I don't know.
He's had like 12, I think.
I was lucky to get the double figures last November.
That's great.
Yeah.
Think there's more in store?
Oh, gee, I hope so.
I dismissed myself from that highly boring conversation you two were having. 2-2 misses. We did the Nesson commercial during the offseason for the Christmas commercial, and you guys were talking about numbers of knee surgeries.
Yeah.
And both had a lot.
Well, I tried to one-up him, you know, after the knee surgery. I figured I'd go for a back operation, too, just for the heck of it.
Just to mix it in. Delgado at first. Nobody out in the Toronto 4th inning. Phelps pops it up. Right around the bag at second. In comes Bellhorn onto the infield grass. And he'll take care of out number 1. 1 out, 1 on, and here's Eric Hensky, who singled in his first at bat back in the 2nd inning. On the ground to Reese, trying to start it. The 2nd for 1 on the first double play. 6-4-3 inning ending. 3.5 in the books from Fenway. No score.
Hey, what is it?
I realize I love you, but as long as you're with Jessica, there can never be anything between
Listen,
us.
Cassie, there's no need to cry. Besides, I've got really great news.
You're leaving Jessica.
No. I just saved a load of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. I saved. I thought that meant something to you.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more.
This month, Extra Mart is your baseball headquarters. Come in for the best in Major League collectibles and trading cards from Upper Deck, Topps, Fleer, and Donruss. Enter to win a trip for two to the 2004 All-Star Game in Houston.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy along with Eric Freed back at Fenway Park as we head to the last half of the fourth inning. We take a look at the answer to our Aflac trivia question from an inning ago. Which three Hall of Fame outfielders each pitched in a game for the Red Sox? Harry Hooper, Chris Speaker, and Ted Williams. Do you have any of those?
I had no clue. I was looking at some of the retired numbers, and I know Yaz didn't do it, and Fisk didn't do it. I knew that David McCarty was not yet in the Hall of Fame, so he wasn't, one of the answers. So I had no clue.
David making his Major League debut as a pitcher yesterday.
Now, Francona took quite a bit of heat for that, and really, it's one of those situations where the Red Sox were only 3 runs down in the ball game. That's certainly not a lot of runs at this park, but there were not many other options. There was nobody available out there to him. They had been worked hard the night before, and it's something that he said that he doesn't want to have to happen again.
Ramirez hits it deep to right field, but Reed Johnson's back there to make the catch and in front of the 380 marker and on the dirt of the track.
And that's one of the reasons that today they made the call for Frank Castillo to the big leagues and sent out Brian Daubach. They don't want to get caught in that situation again. But, it was one of those extra inning games. Timlin was out there actually longer than probably he should have been. He was tired, and they couldn't use a couple of guys.
So 1 down, and here's Kevin Millar. There's Frank Castillo back with the Red Sox. Invited to camp with a minor league deal and began the year on the Pawtucket Red Sox roster. He was to pitch today for the Pawtucket Red Sox, but got the word that he was being called up. So he's ready and has been stretched out as a starter. So as Terry Francona and Theo Epstein said before the game, he could go as long as 5 innings if he needed to at this stage. But the Red Sox just glad to have an arm out there in the bullpen, and they welcome back Frank Castillo. Brian Daubach has been designated for assignment if you're just joining us tonight, and a bit of a surprise, I guess, this early in the season.
Well, the problem is the injuries and the fact that the pitches have had to go, especially in the bullpen, more than they expected. And in Daubach's case, they felt they needed a pitcher at this time more than they needed another hitter. And hopefully he'll accept an assignment and be back with the Red Sox.
Theo said before the game that he did express some willingness, if he does get through waivers, which is a 72-hour period, that he would go to Pawtucket. As this one is foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, and strikeout number 4 for Roy Halladay, quickly 2 down.
All of his strikeouts so far in this game have been on the curveball. Second time that he's got Millar on the curveball. So both pitches tonight have a very good curveball, both Halladay and Pedro Martinez.
So 2 down, and here's Jason Varitek. He grounded back to the mound his first time up. I thought Brian Daubach yesterday had one of it's tough for us to tell on the field, but it seemed like he had one of the largest ovations here yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Schilling probably with the largest. Well, actually the largest for the Patriots.
Yes, that was huge.
From a Red Sox point of view, it was Schilling, and of course Nomar with a huge ovation. Ellis Burks got a very good ovation returning to the Red Sox. Daubach, as you mentioned.
This is the 50th pitch of the night for Roy Halladay.
Joe Cochran, Red Sox clubhouse man, he got a huge ovation when introduced.
And he deserves every bit of that. Swing and a miss, and Varitek strikes out. 5 Ks for Roy Halladay. The Red Sox go down in order. We've played 4 from Fenway, no score.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Like going to Chicago? With Southwest fare of $79 each way, now you can go there all you want.
You are now free to move about the country.
The roads were really nasty. Where's your truck?
Want to handle anything? Then get into Jeep Adventure Days, where qualified lessees can get a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $299 a month. And our 770 powertrain limited warranty on every trail-rated Jeep 4x4. See your local Jeep dealer today.
He took my Heineken.
No score as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Terrific pitching tonight by Halladay and Martinez. But while fans are buying 2004 Red Sox tickets at a record pace, thousands are still available, including some for next week's series with the Orioles. Rafael Palmeiro and Miguel Tejada lead the O's in the Fenway for 7 o'clock games on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Log on to RedSox.com or call 877-RED-SOX-9 to get your tickets today.
Well, Pedro Martinez has thrown 57 pitches, 38 for strikes. And he faces 7, 8, and 9 in the Toronto Blue Jays order here in the 5th. Orlando Hudson, Chris Woodward, and Kevin Cash. Pedro with 4 strikeouts so far tonight and a walk. He has given up 2 hits. No one has reached second base yet for the Blue Jays. Hudson, a strikeout victim his first time. Now towards left center field. Over is Crespo. He really makes the catch. The Red Sox working with a new center fielder tonight.
Well, get the Globe's award-winning sports coverage every day. Call 800-984-5335 for 50% off home delivery. The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
One away. Here's Chris Woodward. Part of a string that saw Pedro Martinez strike out 3 in a row. Pedro now with 4 strikeouts overall.
Well, again, most of the fastballs tonight from Pedro have been in the high 80s, a couple at 90, 2 at 91, in that range. Geez, a lot of that, the cut fastball.
Strike 3 on the 5th strikeout for Pedro Martinez. Woodward down by way of the K for the 2nd time tonight.
Well, for those who love great pitching, they're seeing it tonight. Fastball, pinpoint control again from Martinez as he picks up the outside corner. Veritek sets up away right into the glove for strike 3.
There's Kevin Cash, the catcher. Struck out swinging his first time up.
Strike zone seems to be getting bigger, too, for Joe Brinkman.
He's got 2 pretty good pitchers to work with here tonight.
Yeah, well, it must be a pleasure for an umpire to go behind the plate and 2 guys like this going at each other. Great control.
Scoreless into the 5th inning. Both starters have given up just 2 hits. Roy Halladay with 5 strikeouts. Pedro Martinez with 5 strikeouts. Pedro trying to enjoy his first 1-2-3 inning of the night, as it's now a full count to Kevin Cash. The Blue Jays have had at least a base runner in every inning so far, but the matchup has lived up to its billing so far. The 3-2 pitch. Inside ball 4, and the string continues for the Blue Jays. They get another base runner here, and it is the 2nd walk of the night for Pedro Martinez.
Pedro trying to get a little extra giddy up on his fastball. It'll end up being inside for ball 4. I guess this place will be fired up again tomorrow. They'll get their first look in person at Kurt Schilling pitching in a Red Sox uniform.
And I'm sure he will be fired up for that outing here tomorrow. He's fired up for any outing. We saw him fired up against Northeastern in spring training. You can only imagine how intense it'll be here tomorrow. At the top of the order, Reed Johnson to bat with 2 outs. And Kevin Cash at first base. And it'll be Kurt Schilling up against Miguel Batista, formerly of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Batista 0-1. He lost his first outing for the Blue Jays, a right-handed pitcher. Strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2.
See Pedro, too, when he's got confidence. He gets back on that rubber, and he's ready to go quickly. You can tell when he feels like he has his good stuff. He just can't wait to get rid of the ball again.
One and 2 now to Reed Johnson.
Pedro wants the curveball again.
On the ground to the shortstop. Reese will go to second base, and they cut down the lead run to end the inning. Kevin Cash is gone, and so the Blue Jays in the 5th. Halfway through this one, no score from Fenway. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy with Eric Freed back at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. No score. This game summary is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. We saw some great defense early on a Gabe Kapler catch. It's been all about the pitching tonight. The lines very similar for Roy Halladay and Pedro Martinez, each with 5 strikeouts, and they've only given up 2 hits. Halladay will be out there for his 5th inning of work. And the Blue Jays have not had a runner reach second base yet in this one. As the bottom third of the Red Sox order to face Halladay in the inning. Gabe Kapler, Mark Bellhorn, and Pokey Reese. Kapler popped out to third base his first time up. Kapler seeing more time, obviously, to begin this season with Trot Nixon on the DL. And now the Red Sox without Johnny Damon for a few more games. Much different looking lineup as you see Johnny down there. Captain Caveman with a hat. I continue to get lots of emails and pictures of Captain Caveman sent to me, Jerry. And it is striking the resemblance. The hair is a little bit different than Captain Caveman. And a full count now. Grounded by the mound towards Orlando Hudson. Off balance, but in time to get Kapler. And Gabe's 0 for 2. 5 in a row retired by Roy Halladay.
And he kind of bobble it all by Hudson, and Kapler beats it out. Kapler really getting down the line quickly. But Orlando Hudson comes in and a little double pump out of the glove, but still gets Kapler at first base.
So 1 down. Here's Mark Bellhorn. Flied out to center field his first time up.
Plus the Blue Jays play on artificial surface up at the Sky Dome in Toronto. I always found, like, after playing on that for a series, and you come back on the regular dirt infield, you've got to really concentrate, staying down. You don't get those true hops like you do on the artificial surface.
So do you prefer playing on the artificial surface or no?
I kind of liked it. You didn't feel like you had much range, that's for sure, because balls get by very quickly. It's great to hit on. Hit a ground ball, and that can get through the infield, quicker than obviously on the grass and dirt.
What about this new fake grass is like? I know you didn't play on it.
I don't know. It seems to play quite a bit like regular grass. It's comfortable when we get a chance to walk on it down in Tampa Bay. Nice and soft.
Ball 3 to Bellhorn, and it's a full count. Roy Halladay has walked 1 through 4 1/3 innings tonight. And Elhorn starting his 6th straight game at second base for the Red Sox as he takes strike 3. 6th strikeout for Roy Halladay. And there's 2 down here in the last half of the 5th inning.
Well, this is almost not fair tonight for the hitters so far in this game for either side. Halladay again with the curveball for the strikeout. All of his strikeouts with the exception of 1 with the curveball. Both pitchers have that pitch going well tonight.
2 down, 6 in a row retired by Halladay. And here's Pokey Reese. He singled to center field in the 3rd inning, one of only 2 hits compiled by the Red Sox tonight. The other belonging to Manny Ramirez in the 2nd inning. Pokey Reese 1 for 3 here yesterday in his Fenway Park debut. And was able to get his first RBI of the season. In fact, he ended up with 2 RBIs. Shallow right center field. Vernon Wells taking charge as center fielder, and the Red Sox go in order for the 2nd straight inning. Halladay's retired 7 in a row, the end of 5.
Did you know in 1887 a simple rule change resulted in 20 players hitting over 400 that year? Do you know what that rule change was?
Hit it big with Ford Super Duty. Best-in-class torque. Now up to $4,000 cash back. Or 0% financing plus $500 Ford credit bonus cash. Plus, qualified commercial customers get $1,000 upfit reimbursement.
Back then, the league decided to count bases on balls or walks as hits. Man, I'm glad I wasn't playing back then.
Now, the way we normally do this, we have the bride's side, and then we have the groom's side.
On the road to revenge, her luck is about to run out.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
From Quentin Tarantino.
Hello, I have a welcome gift from the management.
In the final volume.
Where's Bill?
All bets are off.
Bingo.
Uma Thurman, Kill Bill, Volume 2, rated R. In theaters Friday, April 16th.
Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Back at Fenway, no scorers. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings. You find complete coverage and analysis of this game. Then immediately following, it's Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. Remember, after the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Top half of the 6th inning, scoreless here from Fenway Park. It's been a pitcher's duel. Pedro Martinez and Roy Halladay. Frank Catalanato after the first pitch. Elhorn throws him out. Pedro's now thrown 73 pitches tonight, 48 for strikes. As he works here with 1 down in the 6th inning, and it brings up Vernon Wells. Blue Jays have waited for a few years for Wells really to emerge into a star, and last year he really did. Having a breakout season, and now their number 3 hitter. The guy at one point who is having trouble getting in that outfield that had so many players in it. They were kind of overloaded there for a few years in Toronto, and former first-round draft choice of the Toronto Blue Jays, Vernon Wells, and really came into his own last year. Now just 25 years of age. To center field, Crespo. 2 down.
First baseman, number 25, Carlos Delgado.
brings up Carlos Delgado, who flied out to left field in the first inning and walked in the fourth inning. In the dirt, 4-1. Delgado last year finished hitting at .302. He had 42 home runs and 145 RBIs to lead the majors in that category. He had 145 RBIs. Next was Alex Rodriguez at 118. So pretty big drop off between 1 and 2 in that category last season. Towards Bellhorn. Pedro Martinez on an 8-pitch inning enjoys his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. We played 5.5. No score from Fenway.
Another baby shower, our 5th in a row. We can't help but feel obligated to go. Present after present, oohing and eyeing. You call this a luncheon? I'm starving. Finally, it's over. We pick up the pace. There's a McDonald's 5 minutes from this place.
Looking for some real food? Try our new Turkey Club flatbread sandwich. Turkey, bacon, and Swiss with lettuce and tomato on warm flatbread.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Happen, pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
The Boston Bruins have weathered the NHL storm that is the regular season. Now, the second season is here. Unleashing a new force of nature called playoff hockey. It'll turn up the heat on this early New England spring and make for some pretty cool TV. Sunday, Bruins Canadiens Game 3 coverage at 6:30 on NESN.
I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the fans of the entire Red Sox nation and to the Fenway faithful in all the stands. One team, under Terry, unbeatable, with offense and pitching. Play ball. Play ball. Play ball. Play ball.
One nation, one network. NESN, your home for Red Sox baseball.
Back at Fenway as we head to the last half of the 6th inning. Cesar Crespo leading it off for the Red Sox. Roy Halladay has retired 7 Red Sox in a row as Crespo 0 for 2 tonight gets his 3rd look at Roy Halladay. Well, bunt his way on and he bunts it foul outside of the line, and it's 0-2. Let's come on back.
Try anything at this point to get base runners. Very stingy for both pitches, so not a bad idea for Crespo to try to bunt to get on. One thing he did do, bunting for a base hit, he kind of gives it away a bit early. Squares around almost like he's bunting, sacrifice bunting. Of course, when you do that, that gives that third baseman extra time to come in and charge the ball.
Softly grounded, cut off by Hinsky, throws not in time. Crespo a head first dive to beat it out at first base.
Almost swinging and running for Crespo, getting out of the box. Slow ground ball. Hinsky has to go a long way to his left, almost to a changeup it looked like at first base, and Crespo with the head first slide gets on. See, Francona in the background. He's excited about having a base runner.
Haven't had one in a while.
They've been tough to come by for both teams.
Last base runner for the Red Sox was in the 3rd inning. So Terry Francona, who is excitable, was excited about that. One thing you'll learn about Terry, he's got a lot of energy. Here's Bill Miller, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Roy Halladay has only walked 1 tonight through 5+ innings. And Miller takes the ball. Check in with Eric Freed. Eric.
Well, Don, we all know Curt Schilling's making his Fenway debut with the Red Sox coming up tomorrow, and Curt is going to be here Monday. I'm here with Ken Cotton out of Framingham, Mass. And on Monday, Curt's hosting a breakfast. You know the Dunkin' Donuts commercial where he's trying to speak like he's from around here. What do you think, first of all, of Curt Schilling, what he's going to mean to the Red Sox?
Well, I think that he'll mean there will be no more long losing streaks, and I'm excited about having Curt among the Red Sox.
Okay, just because you're excited, you are invited to the Curt Schilling brunch coming up on Monday, hosted by Curt and by Dunkin' Donuts. You want to give him any new words to work on Monday that you know, outside of what we saw in the commercial?
The only words I want him to work on are the letter K and beating New York. Those are the only ones I want to work on.
Okay, a letter and a few words. Ken, thanks, and enjoy the breakfast on Monday. Don, back to you.
All right, Eric, thanks very much.
Eric comes bearing gifts now.
He does. Frito brings gifts. 2-1 to Bill Miller. Right side, Delgado ranging. Throws out Crespo, the lead runner at second base. Good play by Delgado to his right. And Crespo is on number 1 as Miller reaches at first. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox, brought to you by Heineken. Final game of this series tomorrow on Easter Sunday right here on NESN. Curt Schilling will get the start then Tuesday night versus the Orioles on CN8. Wednesday and Thursday on NESN. And, of course, the pregame report 1 hour prior to every game. The Red Sox in the first 10 games playing the Baltimore Orioles 7 times. And the Orioles will make their first visit of the year here to Fenway. David Ortiz, the hitter, 1 out, 1 on. Little nubber. It goes foul over by the fungo circle.
And the Orioles, they lead the Tampa Bay Devil Rays now 8-3 in the 6th inning. The Yankees lost this afternoon 7-3 to Chicago. We get a chance to watch some of that game.
They look great. You're in the clubhouse now, and you see games from all over Major League Baseball.
Yep. You can do a lot of scouting, can't you? Just, I mean, not me and you, but I mean, players.
Terry Trupiano next to us is practically a scout. Here's Jerry. He keeps so much stuff scouting-wise. You ever see the books he walks around with?
Yeah.
We all have our own preparation, but Jerry has an enormous book of scouting stuff. The 0-2. This away, and it's 1-2 now to Ortiz.
A changeup that time, and one of the few that Halladay has thrown tonight. Mostly been fastball and curveball.
Foul outside of first.
David Ortiz has had the best success in his career against Halladay. 300 average with a couple of home runs. Actually, Veritek, too, has had pretty good luck at 373 with 1 home run. Other than that, numbers aren't real high.
Ortiz hits it high in the air to deep right center field. Johnson heading back to the wall. It's gone beyond the bullpen in right field. Home run number 2 of the year for David Ortiz, and the Red Sox finally get to Roy Halladay and lead it 2-0.
Make it 3 career home runs for Ortiz, and it's the curveball. Halladay's reaction. He knows it right away. toward the bullpen area. I don't think you need any help with that.
Now Manny sends it towards right center field, falling fast and in for a hit. The third hit of the inning for the Red Sox after Halladay had given up only 2 over the first 5. Roy Halladay losing the home opener at Sky Dome, going 6 innings, giving up 10 hits, 7 runs. And really was doing very well here tonight through the first 5 innings. All of a sudden, the Red Sox very quickly get to him for 2 quick ones.
He's given up 4 home runs. He gave up 3 in the first game he pitched against the Tigers, and now 1 tonight to Ortiz.
He falls behind Millar 2-0. He has struck out Millar twice tonight. Falling behind 3-0. Roy Halladay has had to throw 16 pitches so far this inning, 83 in his outing. And Millar goes after the 3-0. Kevin Cash with the sign for Roy Halladay. Millar hits it in the air to center field. Vernon Wells waiting underneath it. 2 down. Halladay trying to calm down here as he gets the second out of the inning. He now has to face Jason Varitek, who's 0 for 2 tonight.
Mention Ortiz with great numbers against Halladay, and Varitek, the other guy, 333 coming into the game with a home run. But as you mentioned, Don, 0 for 2 so far tonight.
David Ortiz with his second home run of the year has the Red Sox on top. The hit, Ortiz has now hit safely in 5 games for the Red Sox out of the gate.
Ouch.
Did that get Brinkman or did that get Cash?
I think it got Joe Brinkman off the shin guard. Joe's been around a long time.
Ball, 1 strike. Varitek takes ball 2. Varitek put the Red Sox on top yesterday 5-4 in the 6th inning with a home run. The game that Red Sox eventually lost. Ended up with 25 home runs last year and hit his first of 2004 yesterday. Ball 4. Just the second walk given up by Roy Halladay tonight. And the inning continues as he moves up to second base. Runners at first and second. 22 pitches in the inning for Halladay, now 90 in his outing as that total is growing. The longest inning that he's had in terms of hitters. As coming into the inning, he had retired 7 in a row. Kapler 0 for 2. He's popped out to third and grounded out to second base. Since his 3 for 5 showing in the opening game of the season in Baltimore, he's now 0 for his last 11. Kepler last year was pretty good in this situation.
It's a lot of runs batted in too for limited playing time.
Popped up, foul off first. Delgado towards the Red Sox dugout. Will not have a chance. Over was Kevin Cash, the Blue Jays catcher as well. Kepler ended up being 68 games last year for the Red Sox. Played all 3 outfield positions and first base. And this year, for the first time, taking ground balls at third base for the Red Sox. 2 on, 2 outs. The 2-2. Grounded towards the Blue Jays dugout and up above it. Swing and a miss, and Kepler strikes out. The 7th strikeout for Halladay, but the Red Sox get to him for 2 on the 2-run shot by David Ortiz. The end of 6, 2-0 Boston.
I was transferred far from home, but I can still see my team play. Through the power of digital cable, the MLB Extra Innings package on Sports On Demand delivers the hottest big league action from coast to coast.
I'm 1,000 miles from home, but my team's right here.
Order MLB Extra Innings on digital cable now and save $20. Plus, you can get a free 100 Years of the World Series Celebrating a Century of Championships DVD. Visit GetBaseball.com to find out how. Get your game on with MLB Extra Innings. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now.
MLB Extra Innings is like having my own personal MLB control room.
Through the power of digital cable, the MLB Extra Innings package on Sports On Demand delivers the hottest big league action from coast to coast. I was transferred far from home, but I can still see my team play. Order MLB Extra Innings and you'll get a whole set of channels that deliver pure baseball. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now to order and save $20 off the regular season price.
Wherever the action is, I'm there.
With MLB Extra Innings, you can check out games from around the league. Follow the Phillies even if you live in Phoenix. Catch the Padres from Portland. Cheer the Brewers from Boston. Order MLB Extra Innings on digital cable today and save $20. Plus, you can get 100 Years of the World Series Celebrating a Century of Championships DVD free with your order. Visit GetBaseball.com to find out how. Get your game on with MLB Extra Innings. Save $20. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN now.
Back at Fenway as we get ready for the top of the 7th. The Red Sox on top now 2-0. And our player profile is Carlos Delgado. Player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network.
And the last time Pedro Martinez pitched to Delgado was the end last inning, and Delgado did not see a fastball. He starts him off with a changeup for a ball, follows it with a changeup for a strike, questionable call, and then to the curveball outside, and then the curveball is tapped towards second base. So not a fastball, not at bat for Delgado.
Josh Phelps on after the first pitch, skies it to center field, and Crespo's back there on the warning track to make the catch.
What a responsibility for Crespo tonight as we look at Pedro's numbers. 81 pitches total, 53 for strikes, a couple of walks and 5 strikeouts in the 6th and a third. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan.
5 in a row retired by Pedro Martinez as Eric Hensky stands in 1 for 2.
Getting back to Crespo for a second. First game in center field at Fenway, and we know how difficult it is to play out there with the bounces off the wall in all kind of different directions.
He'll be tested again. Back he goes to the warning track again to reel him in. Second straight time a Jay hitter has taken one to the track. Second straight time that Crespo's been up to the task.
Notice something different about Fenway this year other than the seats up in right field?
No.
The distance numbers are bigger out on the wall. At 379.
Further away, they're just bigger numerals, is what you're saying.
They made them bigger. 380, bigger.
You think they're bigger?
420, bigger. Yeah, no question.
Is that to make them look like they're
bigger?
So they're bigger, is what you're saying.
So the people who have trouble seeing that far, they can maybe now see them because they're bigger all the way around. 420, 379, 380.
I wonder what the thinking was that they decided they needed to be bigger. They seem pretty big already. Anything else that you've noticed as you've looked around here tonight?
Well, a couple of different signs, but I mean, it's one thing I think that, you know, when you come to the ballpark, you'll want to look at those bigger numbers out there. And I just noticed that.
This is pretty big. Orlando Hudson drives one to right, and it's not coming back. A home run for Orlando Hudson. They cut the Red Sox lead in half. It's now 2-1 Boston. Just the third hit given up by Pedro Martinez, but it is a big one.
Well, we watched Hudson in this series with some flashy defense, and now with the home run. 9 home runs last season. The first this season. It's a fastball from Pedro that's tailing away, and Hudson hooks it. Buritek was set up inside like he wanted to pitch inside. It stayed out over the plate, and Hudson hooks it for the home run.
Well, the Blue Jays had not had a base runner to second base coming into this inning, the 7th inning. And a home run by Orlando Hudson makes it 2-1 Red Sox. This Woodward has done the same thing twice tonight. That strikeout. Both times went down looking. In the shallow right center, Bellhorn ducking back. And he'll give way now. It's a Kapler. And the Blue Jays are gone. They get on the board thanks to the Orlando Hudson solo home run. 7th inning stretch time. 2-1 Red Sox.
For every bump that doesn't break you, every turn that doesn't shake you, for every dad that's ever said, "You bet, I'll take you," there's Camry. Could Camry really be that reliable, that safe and dependable? Ask someone you know who drives one.
Get the feeling, get the feeling.
This is me.
Honey, this is us.
Life is filled with tempting choices. For a limited time, Friendly's is too with our 3 new super melts, like our new Philly steak and cheddar, sauteed peppers and onions, tender steak, melted cheddar, piled high on grilled sourdough bread. And our 6 featured super melts now come with a free hot fudge sundae. So give in. Our new super melts won't be around long.
Stay tuned after the game for New England's Red Sox postgame show. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, a complete Red Sox wrap-up, followed by Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Miller Beer, by Aflac, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox owners, Tom Werner's birthday tonight, Jerry. Did you know that?
I did not know that, Don. No.
Very happy birthday tonight.
Signing autographs, autographed baseballs.
We're doing a bunch of them down there. Bellhorn turns and sends it deep and far and gone. Wraps it around the pole and right. The Red Sox regain their 2-run lead again, just like that, on top 3-1. The 5th home run relinquished already this season for Roy Halladay, 2nd of the night.
Ortiz hit his on a curveball from Halladay. It's a curveball again. Bellhorn picks up his first in a Red Sox uniform.
Well, Pokey Reese out after the first pitch, sending it foul back to the backstop.
It's amazing, you know. Both these guys pitching great baseball. All the runs coming tonight on the home run.
Evens up at 1-1 now to Pokey Reese. Roy Halladay last year gave up 26 home runs in 266 innings. He's already given up 5 home runs this season. This is pitch number 101 from Roy Halladay tonight, as he has now surpassed the 100 pitch mark in the game tonight.
And for the first time, there's some action in the bullpen. Aquilina Lopez, the right-hander. And De Los Santos, the left-hander.
Lopez is a pretty good slider, doesn't he, if I recall?
Yes, he does. Yep.
Hit Omar a few times.
Pitched a little bit yesterday.
2-2 to Pokey Reese. In the air to right center field. Over moves Johnson. And is there for out number 1. Let's find Eric Freed. Eric?
Don, I'm experiencing technical difficulties because right now we're testing out the new right field roof seats out here at Fenway. We're here with our Ford fans of the game. Rick and his friends are out here, and they've had the best view of the night. Kapler's catch and Bellhorn's home run. Tell us about this unbelievable view up here, Rick.
The view is awesome. I mean, to be served, you know, food while you're sitting here watching the game, you can't ask for much more than that. Kapler did his best, hit his face off the dirt a little hard, but he's awesome, you know. Doing a great job.
The skid marks are still down there. They were noticing those before. So our Ford fans of the game up here, this first night game up here in these terrific new seats at Fenway Park. Donnie.
Eric, thank you very much. I have not been up there yet. We got to get up there, Jerry. There's a strike. Have you been up there yet?
No, not yet.
No. I've been here 24 hours. Not even.
Haven't had a lot of time. But I'm sure, you know, before the year's out, we'll get up there somehow.
Chopped up over the big 6'6" frame of Halladay. Orlando Hudson with a pretty good bid from second base, but Crespo's on again. Second time that Crespo has reached on an infield hit.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good night. You know, he's been solid defensively out in center field. He's been on base twice now. He scored on the home run by, actually was on base the inning that Ortiz hit the home run. And now beats out this.
Well, the first 5 innings snappy for Halladay. Red Sox just 2 for 17. Things have really gone south since then, beginning in the 6th inning as he faced 7 Red Sox batters. And over the last 2 innings, the Red Sox have been 5 for 9 with 2 home runs. David Ortiz, the 2-run shot of Mark Bellhorn, the solo shot to right field. First home run in a Red Sox uniform for Mark Bellhorn. I remember when the Red Sox first announced that they got Mark Bellhorn, a lot of people thought that he could be the everyday second baseman for the Red Sox, and that perhaps that was a very big pickup for the Red Sox. Little did we know at the time that Pokey Reese was then going to sign with the Red Sox, but he's had plenty of playing time early because of all the injuries. Towards Woodward at short, and second for 1 on to first. Dug out nicely on the backhand by Delgado. But a leadoff home run by Mark Bellhorn has given the Red Sox another 2-run lead on top 3-1 at the end of 7.
Another baby shower, our 5th in a row. We can't help but feel obligated to go present after present, oohing and eyeing. You call this a luncheon? I'm starving. Finally, it's over. We pick up the pace. There's a McDonald's 5 minutes from this place.
Looking for some real food? Try our new Turkey Club flatbread sandwich. Turkey, bacon, and Swiss with lettuce and tomato on warm flatbread.
Ba-da-ba-ba. loving it.
Yes, thank you. You made it. Beer drinkers of America. It seems our honorable opposition have anointed themselves the king of beers. The king of beers. Have you ever heard? I guess they never got the memo. This is America. America is a democracy. Break it down. Democracy. With that in mind, we hereby announce Miller's candidacy for the president of beers. Now, this campaign is about the character of our beer. Miller Lite, the great tasting beer that's less filling. It's a good call. Miller Genuine Draft, a beer with genuine flavor that's cold filtered smooth. Another good call. People, the choice is yours. Beer's been out there wandering around in a monarchy too long. Beer needs democracy too. A president of beers.
Choose taste. Miller. Good call.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park along with Eric Freed as we head to the top half of the 8th inning. 89 pitches for Pedro Martinez, 59 of them for strikes. The bases Kevin Cash, Reed Johnson, and Frank Catalanato. 9-1-2 in the Toronto Blue Jays order. There's a 2-run lead to work with once again with the Red Sox on top 3-1. Red Sox do have action in the bullpen. And Scott Williamson is up. There's another right-hander also up in the pen, it appears. Beginning to warm. There's the strike, makes it quickly 0-2. Pitch up top, 1-2. There's Keith Folk. He is limbering up for likely the 9th as he has joined Williamson as Pedro Martinez working here in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Pedro Martinez.
Well, knowing this is probably Pedro's last inning, he'd like to finish up strong, and he starts off strong with the strikeout on the fastball to Cash. Second time he struck him out tonight. Fastball away.
Pedro Martinez has thrown 94 pitches now in his outing tonight. He only threw 93 through 6 innings in that first outing. He went so miserably in Baltimore. And here tonight, a much different story. As the crowd chants Pedro.
And that's one of the reasons, Ed, not that that was a good pitch, but the curveball has been big for him in this game. It's something he did not have at his disposal on opening night.
Reed Johnson is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Only run the Blue Jays have, an Orlando Hudson solo home run last inning. 2-2 to Reed Johnson.
A lot of fastballs this inning from Pedro, and they're all about 90, 91 miles an hour.
Staring in to find out what he'll throw. Brings a 2-2. Fouling it off, staying alive is Reed Johnson. This will bring him to their feet at Fenway. Pedro's got 6 Ks on the night. The 2-2. Popped up foul down the first base line. Back goes Millar. Bellhorn, but Bellhorn can't come up with a good bid. Went into the hook slide. Knocked over a few beverages on his way over there, but a very nice try by Mark Bellhorn.
Have everybody going hard for this. Millar, Bellhorn, and Kapler. Bellhorn with the closest try, the slide into the pad, but they can't come up with it. And a couple of brewskis, I think, leaving the glass.
Pedro Martinez 1 pitch away from the century mark tonight. He's thrown 99 of them. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again, and Reed Johnson hanging tough. lengthy at bat. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. This is what all New England has been waiting for. This kind of an outing from Pedro Martinez. The 2-2. Rounded up the middle and into center field. So Reed Johnson with one heck of an at bat. It's a 1-out single here in the 8th.
After a lot of fastball and a couple of curves, it looked to be a changeup from Pedro that Johnson's able to get up the middle for the base hit. Just didn't get it down enough, and that's a pretty nice at bat by Reed Johnson. The crowd's just standing. They want to punch out. Johnson battles tough and gets the base hit.
Last year, one of the good rookies, and this year back for his sophomore season. Frank Catalinato, 1-for-3. And a single back in the first inning. He has one of the 6 Pedro Martinez strikeouts tonight. Foul off the left side. Pedro now up over 100 pitches at 103. He's throwing 69 for strikes. As he works into the 8th inning with 1 down. Strike 2. The 1-2 pitch inside, 2-2. Catalinato last year at his highest home run total of his career, hitting 13. Johnson at first, 1 away. Pedro reaches in and brings it 2-2. Over the outside corner, strike 3. 7th strikeout for Pedro Martinez.
After a couple of pitches inside, he gets Catalinato thinking about the ball inside, and then Pedro straightens the fastball up on the outside corner for the strikeout. Veritek set up outside, did not even have to move the glove. But these guys are going to get those calls.
What a great night for Pedro Martinez.
Pregame show. Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame report. 1 hour before game time on NESN. April, when seasons collide. Boston Bruins playoff action. Boston Red Sox baseball. When your teams play at the same time, follow Bruins playoff action on NESN.
The Bruins win it in overtime.
Catch NESN's Red Sox coverage on an alternate channel.
Magical night at Fenway.
Because when your teams play at the same time, something's gotta give. For complete channel information, log on to NESN.com. Stay tuned after the game for New England's Red Sox postgame show. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, a complete Red Sox wrap-up, followed by Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Back at Fenway as Terry Francona has lifted Pedro Martinez, and Keith Folt coming on here looking now for 4 outs for the Red Sox. And Terry Francona made the move as he took the step, really the first step out of the Red Sox dugout. Pedro, with an outstanding outing here tonight, turns it over to the Red Sox closer.
Keith Bolt making his third appearance for the Red Sox. He's got one save. He's written a total of 3 innings, given up a couple of hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. His last outing was Thursday at Baltimore. He worked 2 innings in that game. Now, the only reason Pedro coming out because of the pitch count, 106. He's over that 100-pitch limit. He had Vernon Wells 0 for 3 in this ball game tonight. And you can tell Pedro knew this was going to be it this inning anyway. He had a little extra on his fastballs, like he usually does late in the game.
He's still responsible for Reed Johnson, who's at first base with 2 down. And as Pedro goes 7 2/3 tonight, giving up only 4 hits. Vernon Wells stands in and takes ball 1. Pedro walked 1 and struck out 7. And striking out Frank Catalanato, the last batter that Pedro faced. On the ground towards Reese. Bobbles up and stays with it. Able to backhand it ahead to second baseman Mark Bellhorn to end the inning. Red Sox lead it 3-1.
Shower our 5th in a row. We can't help but feel obligated to go present after present, oohing and eyeing. You call this a luncheon? I'm starving. Finally, it's over. We pick up the pace. There's a McDonald's 5 minutes from this place.
Looking for some real food? Try our new Turkey Club flatbread sandwich. Turkey, bacon, and Swiss with lettuce and tomato on warm flatbread.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your New England Jeep dealers, Bernie and Phil's Furniture, by Honda, Foxwoods Resort and Casinos, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox Cable Network. Last of the 8th inning back at Fenway Park. The Red Sox with a 3-1 lead, and they'll be facing a new pitcher as the Blue Jays bring in left-hander Valerio De Los Santos.
Third appearance in a Blue Jay uniform many years, since back in 1998 with the Milwaukee Brewers. Last year ended up in a trade going to Philadelphia, pitching only 6 games for the Phillies, but 45 with the Brewers. Signed as a free agent back in December by Toronto.
31-year-old left-hander from the Dominican Republic. Facing another Dominican native in David Ortiz. And a 2-run home run in the 6th inning at the time to give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead. They're now on top 3-1 as he leads off here in the last of the 8th. David Ortiz hit 31 home runs last year, and tonight he hits his 2nd of this season. Monster blast up over the bullpen and right. Roy Halladay would give up his first of 2 home runs tonight. Halladay giving one up to Mark Bellhorn last inning. Ortiz, the big swing and a miss. De Los Santos strikes him out.
Carlos Tosca quickly out of the dugout. De Los Santos only in for one hit of the left-hander. He gets the strikeout on the fastball, and Tosca has made the call to the bullpen with the right-hander Ramirez due up next.
Trying to keep it a 2-run deficit here for the Toronto Blue Jays. De Los Santos will leave after the strikeout of Ortiz, and it's back to the bullpen for the Blue Jays. We'll come back and tell you about the new Blue Jays pitcher. Red Sox on top 3-1.
Red Sox Nation has no borders. Players and teams come and go, but the state of this nation never falters. Proof of citizenship is a knowledge of the game beyond your years, and a heart firmly affixed to your sleeve. One nation, one network. NESN, your home for Red Sox baseball.
Sunday, Red Sox Blue Jays at Fenway. Coverage begins at 1 on NESN.
You load up and you just try to get as much into it as you possibly can. With the slap shot, you usually have more time and you can really tee it up. You try to zone in on the goalie and try to look where he's not, obviously. You just want to hit the net and make him make a save. When you put it in, it's like no other feeling, really. Maybe having your kids. The slap shot, that's your hardest shot, there's no question.
7 2/3 innings tonight from Pedro Martinez, giving up just the 1 run. As the Red Sox looking to add on to their 3-1 advantage, batting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hoping to give Pedro his first win of the year. The Toronto Blue Jays will use their 3rd pitcher of the night. It's Aquilino Lopez.
Lopez worked in the game yesterday, his 3rd appearance overall in the season, and last year worked in 72 games as a rookie. A Rule 5 pickup by the Toronto Blue Jays. Mentioned tough on right-handers, got a very good slider.
He replaces Valerio De Los Santos, who went just a 1/3 of an inning striking out David Ortiz. The only hitter that he faced. And he drives one deep in far to center field. Wells looking up. It is well done. A solo home run for Manny Ramirez. His first of 2004. And the Red Sox lead it 4-1.
Lopez has a good slider. He didn't throw it to Manny. He got the fastball to Manny, and Manny took him to straightaway center field for the home run. All 4 runs for the Red Sox coming from the home run tonight.
Millar pops it up. The catcher Kevin Cash has to make a late pursuit there, but he makes the catch and foul ground. 2 down.
Twice Manny tonight's hit the first pitch. First pitch fastball and straight away center field. He knows he got it as soon as he made contact.
Two down. There's Jason Varitek. Takes the strike. And a sellout here tonight at Fenway Park, the 66th consecutive sellout. New franchise record for the Red Sox. And the longest active sellout record in the major leagues. And they have enjoyed every bit of this game here into the 8th. And the Red Sox on top 4-1. The run for the Red Sox in terms of sellouts that began May 15th of 2003. And of course, the crowds are bigger now with that area down there in right field above the retired numbers. The 1-2 to Varitek. Newland's up now at 2-2. So Roy Halladay started this game tonight for the Blue Jays. 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Giving up 2 home runs. He walked 2 and struck out 7. He's on the hook. A full count to Varitek. Waiting on deck is Gabe Kapler. Varitek's aboard with 2 down. Now this game summary is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. As we take a look at the in-game box, Crespo at the top of the order tonight for the Red Sox, leading off in center field, has 2 hits. The Red Sox home runs in the ball game belonging to David Ortiz, Mark Bellhorn, and Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is coming most recently here in the 8th to give the Red Sox a 4-1 lead. 2 down here in the last half of the 8th inning. Jason Varitek at first base. And Gabe Kapler, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Just a touch on Crespo once again. Terry Francona kind of talking about him before the game, singling him out. He was very excited to see him at the top of the order. Obviously, he'd like to have Johnny Damon in there every day, but he liked him a lot in spring training and certainly says Crespo had a great spring training. This one is chopped to third on the backhand. Hinsky up and throwing, not in time. Kapler down the line. He too diving head first to get in.
Well, 2 guys tonight, Crespo and now Kapler, are beating the throws to first base with the head first slide. Fine play by Eric Hinsky down at third base just to get to this ball. Now he'll throw across the diamond, but Kapler with very good speed, and he gets in there with the head first slide.
Bellhorn checked his swing. Homering his last time up. First home run for him in a Red Sox uniform. Back in the 7th inning. Tipped into the catcher's mitt that time, 1-1.
It's about the 4th changeup that Lopez has thrown, and I think last year I don't remember seeing very many of those at all. It was mostly fastball slider. He's faced a few lefties this inning, and he's thrown a few changeups.
2 on, 2 outs. And Bellhorn taking strike 2.
Another one.
Bellhorn in 99 games last year, he had 2 home runs. Here getting his 6th straight start at second base for the Red Sox, and he already has his first of the year. His solo home run last inning. Swing and a miss, and Lopez strikes him out. But the first home run of 2004 for Manny Ramirez has the Red Sox on top 4-1.
Pop the cork, fingers snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
No thanks, man. Hey, need a lift? Thanks anyway.
The only choice for a go-to guy, Ford F-150, #1 in sales for 27 straight years.
Hey, man, hop on in.
So where are you headed? Boston. Gotta break an 86-year-old curse.
See your New England Ford dealer.
You were drinking Gunji water, trying to blow my head. You're a feeling woman. Stop and lay my money down. Well, if you me, baby. Find yourself sleeping in the ground.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox with a 4-1 lead as we go to the top of the ninth. And we remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Keith Falk looking for 4 outs here tonight as he got the final out of the 8th back out there for the 9th. The Red Sox have added a run to their total since he has come on, thanks to the home run by Manny Ramirez. The Red Sox on top 4-1. Delgado, Phelps, and Hinsky. As Delgado hits one high in the air to right center field. Kapler has it sized up for out number 1. Brings up Josh Phelps, 0 for 3. Line out, a pop out, and then he sent one to the track in center field in the 7th inning. Pedro Martinez with 106 pitches tonight, went 7 2/3. And Polk trying to go the rest of the way. As he misses that time, and it's 1-1 to Phelps. The right center field, it's in for a hit. Over is Crespo to cut it off. And a 1-out single for Josh Phelps.
Looks like we got a pinch runner coming in for Phelps after his 1 for 4 night.
Dave Berg will pinch run for Josh Phelps.
Number 2, Dave Berg. Batter, third baseman, number 11.
So 1 out, 1 on. And Eric Hinsky, the batter. A single in the 2nd inning. The 1 part of a 1 for 3 showing tonight. Softly roll towards Millar. He'll take it alone for out number 2. Up to second goes Dave Berg as the Blue Jays are down to their last out. Well, Keith Falk, his Red Sox debut on Tuesday against the Baltimore Orioles, able to pick up his first save in a Red Sox uniform and help out with the Red Sox win. Curt Schilling earlier working in that game as the starter, got his first win in a Red Sox uniform. 43 saves for Falk last season.
He's got 3 outs in this game, and that was only the 8th pitch that he's made. Coming on in the 8th to get the final out.
Inside this time, and it's now 2-0 to Orlando Hudson. A little home run off Pedro Martinez in the 7th inning. Foul off the left side. 2-1. Well, Falk able to get his first save for Curt Schilling. Now trying to pick one up here tonight for Pedro Martinez. In the air to left field. Ramirez coming on. Red Sox win. 11 pitches for Keith Falk. As the Red Sox win it tonight 4-1 behind great pitching from Pedro Martinez. And the home runs tonight for the Red Sox. 3 home runs, including the first of the year for Manny Ramirez. Red Sox win it 4-1.